Let's meet up.
All right, this morning I want to take you along as we process a goat so that you can get an idea of what a goat produces in case you want to order one here at Showalters Country Meats. Let's get started. Okay, we have rolled this goat out of the cooler. We're going to find out what it weighs after aging for about a week in the cooler. Okay, 43.35 pounds. Split this goat right down the middle.
I wanted to make a silhouette on this tablecloth so we could see how the pieces fit back in once we get it cut up. Okay, so here we go, taking the pieces apart, now sticking them back in to the silhouette.
Okay, so we have got this side of the goat cut up into the specified cuts and stuck it back in the silhouette so you can see how it fits here. So what we have here, starting on the front, would be the neck roast, and then the shoulder roast, and moving down to the shank, bone-in shank from the shoulder, and then moving back here to the rib section. These are half rack of ribs, and moving up into the chops. Okay, these are about 1 inch thick, these goat chops, and would be from the sirloin section in the back all the way up through the rib section in the front. We do not specify them any different. We just call them all goat chops. As we move back, this would be leg of goat. We cut it into approximately 3-pound roasts, and then finishing out on the shank from the hind leg. And then we had some trimmings, which is this stew meat that you see here, goat stew meat. And then here you have this half. You can see it there in all of its detail. Now next what we're going to do is cut the other half up and then weigh out the various cuts from both halves together so that you get an idea of what kind of weight each cut will produce. Okay, so here are both halves of the goat. They're not quite fitting in our little pattern here, but that way you can see the whole goat laying here other than the liver and the heart. And so now what we're doing is we're going to get a weight on these things. Okay, so we've got the 2 front shanks, and they weigh 2.45 pounds. Okay, the 2 rear shanks, 1.55 pounds. Okay, here's the 4 shoulder roast at 7.7 pounds. 2 neck roast at 2.15 pounds. 4 sections of half rack of ribs at 4.2 pounds. Okay, now we've got the goat chops. There's a total of 33 of them on this goat, and it weighed 7.95 pounds. All right, we've got 4 sections of the leg of goat roast, and those weigh 7.35 pounds. Okay, here's our stew meat from this goat, and it weighed 2.5 pounds. Okay, here's the organ meat. That's the liver that we sliced, and then the heart, and that together weighs 1.8 pounds. We've got this entire goat packaged up here in our vacuum packaging, and I wanted to get a final weight of the thing after it was all packaged, and so we are looking at 39.2 pounds. So in conclusion, let's go over those numbers. We started off with a 93-pound live weight. It moved into a 46-pound hot carcass weight, and after dry aging in our cooler for a week, it weighed 43.35 pounds. And then once it was all vacuum packed and packaged, including the liver and the heart, the take-home weight was 39.2 pounds. And that gives a final yield percentage of 42% yield from the live weight to the finished take-home weight. However, do keep in mind that yields will vary from animal to animal, especially depending if you order a lot of boneless cuts, because obviously the more bone you leave with us, the less weight that you're taking home. I hope this has been helpful. If you ever get needing a goat, feel free to order one from us at Showalters Country Meats. You can text us at 606-722-0211.
Let's meet up.
Let's meet up.